For many people impacted by these fires, at least 5 now, there is nowhere left to go. CNN's Kyung Lah spoke to some of the people who returned to survey the devastation.
Right over here is my kitchen, my living room. Oh my God. Pots and pans and stuff right there. Oh.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hey. 25 years I've been here. Easy, 25. Gone. Less than 3 hours.
When you look out at your neighborhood, what happened here?
It just looked like a war zone here. This is a war zone. Looked just like a war zone.
I saw the fire at 2 o'clock. I took a picture, and at 4 o'clock my phone went off and it says evacuate, evacuate. And that's what we did. There's nothing left. I literally just have the clothes on my back. There's nothing. Things that my grandmother gave me, my granddaughter, she's always making me something, and I put it in a frame, you know. I don't have those no more.
Yvette said that this guy's house was touched by God.
It had to be, because it sure didn't burn.
But if his house is touched by God, what happened to the rest of the neighborhood?
God didn't care about us. There it shows it right now. But I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to close my gate, and I'm going to get out of here, because it's just making me sick.
Oh my God, that is devastating. Kyung Lah, thanks for bringing us their point of view. Let's go live now to Pacific Palisades. Our Maribel Gonzalez has been covering the fires there. And I mean, the scene looks the same, whether it's behind Stephanie Elam's live shot or behind yours. I mean, all you see is charred rubble.
Yeah, good morning, Frederica. And that is because that is what so much of this picturesque neighborhood now looks like, a complete ghost town. Where we are at right now is one of the neighborhoods that has been impacted. And as you can see, this where we're standing used to be somebody's home. All that remains right now are ashes, debris, rubble. Standing is the entranceway, or what appears to be a steel beam entranceway, and a chimney in the background. This scene repeated blocks and blocks into this neighborhood in the downtown area as well. And we know that hundreds of thousands of people right now are under evacuation orders or warnings. And for the people that had to leave, they can't go back home. But when they do, this is what so many of them are facing.
And then what today might be the focus for authorities? You know, we know that law enforcement is also fanning out to several communities because people are, I mean, sadly, they are looting some of these properties. What's happening in that area where you are?
Yeah, we did hear that there were at least 20 people arrested for looting. The city has imposed a curfew in the evacuation orders to try to prevent that from happening. But today the focus will continue to be on those containments. Here in the Pacific Palisades, this is one of the largest fires here. It's at only 6% containment. Luckily, the winds have died down, Frederica, so that will allow firefighters to get a leg up on this fire. We saw that happening yesterday with planes doing these aerial drops. Hopefully they will be able to do that today. But again, the fear is that those winds might pick up again. So really, they're just working around the clock to try to do that before that happens.
Oh, they are indeed doing incredible work. Maribel Gonzalez, thank you so much. Again, a live view right now of the fires still burning. I mean, they are raging, still out of control. Very little of these, at least 5 now, separate fires are contained.
Let me show you this. Look at these 2 photos. This on the right is what is left of a home in Altadena. And then you see on the left, the beautiful home that it was just days ago. Look at that side by side. This is what has been lost for our next guest, Florence Kearns Wilson. She joins us right now. Florence, thank you. We were just talking in the break. We are so sorry to see what has been lost by your family. You and your
Thank
wife,
you.
you had just moved into that home 3 weeks ago, right before Christmas. I mean, how are you guys doing?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, how you expect. We're lucky to be safe. Um, we got out just in time with our baby and our two cats and my parents, who had actually evacuated to our house from their house. Um, so, in some ways we're lucky, but we lost absolutely everything. I mean, we didn't have time to really pack, so it's surreal. It's devastating.
Surreal is something we've heard from so many people because it seems almost impossible to process. You're in your home one moment, and in a matter of what really is minutes, it just basically has been evaporated. I mean, how did you learn about what happened to your home?
Mostly, so we were driving, and honestly, I grew up in the area. I've been through a lot of fires, and where we bought our home, I assured my wife and everyone, this is too far into the neighborhood. Like a fire will never come down this far. Um, and so we learned about it. We were driving up to Santa Barbara because we were going to Morro Bay. We didn't know where else to go. And I was just texting with neighbors. Someone put together a Google map trying to tag structures that had burned, but wasn't very up to date. And finally, God, not yesterday, the day before, the day it happened, it was so fast. A friend was able to go to the neighborhood once it had completely burned down and send us a video. And that's when we found out for sure.
And what went through your mind when you saw that? I mean, I can't even imagine you were able to process it.
I almost threw up, honestly. I don't know if I fully processed it, to be honest with you.
I mean, your entire neighborhood looks like it was just wiped out. I mean, what have you heard from your neighbors? Have you been able to get in contact with them?
Yes, we're lucky that even though we had just moved in, we had already communicated a lot with our neighbors who were so welcoming and kind. And we have a few group texts going with them, and we've been able to share the pictures we've gotten from other folks who've been able to go in there, and we're all completely shocked and devastated. And just kind of yesterday we started talking about making plans to get together and just like cry together once it's safe for us all to go back.
Yeah. Have you, I mean, you and your wife, you have a 2-year-old daughter. You have a whole life you were creating in Altadena. Have you even started conversations with your wife about next steps?
Not in a serious way. We've been, you have to make jokes and stuff in these times, and she always wanted a pool, and so I was saying, well, I guess let's just build the pool first, and then we can like build a tiny, tiny little home or something. But we haven't really, in a serious way, to be honest. We don't really know what's going to happen. It's one thing if just your house burns, which is terrible, and you rebuild it, but with the whole neighborhood absolutely flattened, I mean, we're going to have to work together with all of our neighbors, or it's just going to, I don't know, get sold off to a developer or something,
There is a lot that this disaster for your family and the neighborhood you've got a lot to process and to go through and so many things to consider. I'm sure it seems really overwhelming right now. So I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you so much for coming on and telling us your story and drawing a beautiful light on the beautiful home that was and many memories to be made for your family ahead. Florence, thank you so much.
Yep. Thank you for your time.